back. Random TV Reviews, your girl Lynette. Yeah, just me, not him. Housewives of Atlanta. I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's a quick cap. Nothing happened, y'all. That's why I'm doing quick caps. I think this whole season is going to be quick caps. But let's get on into it. Housewife House Wars. Started off where we left off last week. We got old Phaedra and old Portia. They done came up in there in Kenya house. They coming there. They gonna Portia's like, hey, 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 hey. Somebody was looking at her like, what you doing here? She said, I'm Phaedra's +1. You know, I wasn't really invited, but since Phaedra had a +1, I came along. Okay. So they gonna ask, there go Phaedra, how does the place look? You know, Phaedra said, it's nice, you know. Portia said, well, my eyes are a little dry. I got a little dust in them, and you know, it has floors, and I see people with titty sweat, but it's nice. So then we see that they're on Candy and Kenya. They finally come from out the house tour. And Candy was like, hey. Then they were, Kenya was like, Portia, can I see you outside, please? Yeah, okay. They go outside. Kenya said, I thought I made it perfectly clear that you were not invited into my home. I'm a little terrified of you. I'm afraid of you. I can't put you out of public places, but since this is my home, I deliberately didn't invite you. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So what you're trying to tell me is you don't want me here? She didn't say that, but that's how she was looking at her. Yes. Oh, okay. And she leaves. She goes over there to Phaedra. She says, Phaedra, I'm gonna gracefully bow out. And her and daggone Phaedra, they walk right on up out of there. Now, thanks to Mr. James Caldwell, I can never look at their feet the same because they do look like they have Barbie doll feet. Thank you, James. Now I can't stop looking at it. Next. Then we see Crazy Eyes, Lex Steele. He comes through. But instead of him going to talk to his girl immediately, he over there eating. He finally goes over there to talk to Kenya. Long story short, they go upstairs, they play with the dogs, and he pretty much was like, look, I need to apologize. I bust the windows out your car, you know, did all that stuff. He didn't bust the windows out of the car, but he did do some strange things. Anger got out of control. And I think she need to leave him alone, because if he displayed this kind of anger this early on in a relationship, gotta go. They ended up going downstairs enjoying the festivities. And who made that cake? That cake looked like it was made in Votech. Back over at Cynthia and Peter's house, Noelle is like, look, you look a little bit happy, you know, happier than normal. Everything all right? Oh yeah, we're getting a divorce. Oh, finally. Mama, do you have low self-esteem? Because you've been putting up with this for a very long time. All y'all do is argue. You know my room is right there. So tell me, is there something I need to know? You're beautiful, but do you have low self-esteem? Now that don't put daggone Cynthia into a crying spell. Why would you think something? It's a legitimate question. Next. Candy and Todd. Now I told you last week, Candy is cheap. Now Candy had this guy doing baby, don't cost her a few coins. She said, I need to make these coins back. He has an Instagram following. We're gonna get him a logo. The logo looked like Mama Joyce. I'm not trying to be funny, but the Fox one looks just like Mama Joyce. And they're gonna have a product line of baby stuff for baby A's. I ain't mad at you, Candy. Get your coins how you can get your coins. But Mama Joyce sitting over there just talking mad skit about daggone Phaedra, because you know she don't like Phaedra after what she did. She said, look, Phaedra need to be in the jail cell with Apollo, because how you can be married to somebody not knowing what they're doing? They're carrying a briefcase, but you can't even call them at their job. Good point, Mama Joyce. Good point. Old Lady Gang Restaurant is coming along, but it ain't coming along quickly. They've had an extension on an extension over an extension. Doesn't matter, but it is coming along, and They actually seemed to be happy about it. The women were like, you know, how much we gonna get paid? Oh, we can take some pictures with the folk out here and we can charge them $5 a piece for the pictures, just like Sheree did. Y'all gotta watch Justin J's video to know what I'm talking about on that one. Next, Peter and Cynthia. They meet up. Cynthia was like, look, why are you dipping and dodging the lawyer? It's really not a priority of mine right now. What you mean it's not a priority right now? He said, I had to go to the hospital. My chest was tightening up on me and everything. I thought I was having a heart attack. He finally went ahead and called the lawyer, was like, whatever I need to do to get the ball rolling, let's let it do what it do. Portia said, I'm going to plan an event, and I'm going to plan the event and invite Kenya, and when Kenya comes, I'm going to kick her out the way she kicked me out. Now, I'm just playing. These anger management classes are working. They decided they were going to go to, and I thought it was pretty cute, they went to an escape room something. Whatever. But they broke them up into teams. It was Cynthia, who was it? Cynthia, Kenya, and Portia on a team. And then it was Candy, Phaedra, and Sheree on another team. Right off the bat, Portia's team was at a disadvantage. And that's all I gotta say about that. But they got along and they didn't fight. That was the most important thing. Last thing, Kenya and Sheree, they getting to argue because Kenya said, I heard you been talking smack about my house and all this. And Sheree was like, well, you were taking digs at me, so you know I'm petty. I'm gonna take digs at you too. They went back and forth, and they was like, we should have a pretty much like a face-off or a house building competition. I don't know, don't care, because it was too boring to care. But basically, that was the Real Housewives of Atlanta.